All right, so we're going to use the NUX Trident Live on stage, for instance, and that's my intention for it. And when you do that, you're going to play it one or two ways probably, or maybe even both. You're going to go out of this tip ring over here. You can see my little pointer here. It's way over there. And that is just unbalanced out. And then you have a XLR balanced out, okay? Now, how the sounds come out of this thing is interesting, and I'm going to get into that in 1 second here. You're going to go into the global settings. We did this in another video. You go select and parameter at the same time, and you're in your global settings. And there it is, output mode. So we'll go into that, and and we hit select to go into that, and then turn select to decide. Okay, so your first option is Studio Direct. And what that does is it sends the cabinet impulse responses to the signal. Turn my guitar up here. Now on the right is on your speakers. This is in stereo. Is the XLR, and on the left is my tip ring shield out to a mic'd cabinet. It's a Boss Katana, and it's just mic'd up and straight into my mixing board, which you're hearing live now. So you can just see that it's affecting both of those, which is the crux of the biscuit, as Frank Zappa would say. All right, so here's what happens when you go to your next setting. You go to amp front, and as you can hear, it's a lot quieter because obviously they've attenuated it. Doesn't say it in the manual, but I'm sure that it's obviously. And you don't have the cabinet impulse response either. But here, we'll go to the next one, and that's amp rear. Back up a little louder, obviously, because you're using this as the preamp going into your effects send and return on your amp, say, for instance. I'm not doing that, though. I'm in the front end of the amp right now, but I'm just telling you, that because you can hear it, and there's a difference, and it's obvious reasons. You don't want to overload the front when you're going in the front, and you want a good, strong signal when you're going in as a line level into the rear of the amp, okay? So I don't have a beef, but what I would like to see in a firmware update is to be able to do both. I would want to have, for instance, out of the XLR out, I would like to see it have the impulse responses available, and then on the tip shield out going to the amp over here is no impulse response because it's my mic'd cabinet, and I want to hear that because I went to all the trouble of having an amplifier that I like, and so that would be a cool thing. Anyways, that's how you set this thing up for playing live with your global settings and your output. And then, you choose which one you want. I don't like it with the impulse responses. So like say I set it to Studio Direct. I don't want that going to my amplifier out of the output here. I do want it going to my mixing desk front of house here, to give it a richer sound. So just my 2 cents on that. But otherwise, I really like this thing. Don't get me wrong. This thing is really cool. It's perfect for what I want. Almost. I think with a couple firmware updates, it would be awesome. And if you're watching this video after that's already happened, then it's old news. But just for now, that's what's up. Anyway, it's still useful in the sense that I'm showing you how, the output settings work. Maybe they'll change in the future, but that's it anyways. There's not really much else to say. So see.